condition, or other low conditions, just unlocks that and they will be able to run it down.
So a simple approach, again, the shortest way from point A to point B is a straight line. We're hoping Coach Dale is able to find that and give his boys a chance at maybe even getting to Game 3. Right now, it's the draft. Game 2, it all starts now. Outplay on the red this time, so we're off to a great start.
Okay.
I'm colorblind, so I'm guessing that means they're second.
Yeah, it's on the right.
Second. That's your second pick.
All right, gotcha. Burning Splash right now, betting out the Penny as well as the Arlet as well as the Blue signifies to me that they want to make sure that Donut doesn't get targeted, as well as making sure that the EXP lane has a very good matchup. The Novaria banned down. I mean, I don't know. Like, it deserves to get banned down.
At this point in time, yeah, they have to do it.
Banned down,
After what has happened, this single pick single-handedly tossed the OP's game out of control. So, Novaria ban, I do like it. But now, Burnex Flash, they have a lot of options they got to look out for. But Fredrin is probably one of the most safest blind picks that we can see. Jumping right in with some flexibility. EXP, jungle, what can possibly go wrong?
Maybe Kaj.
The Kaj is pretty good as well.
Solid, I'd say.
You know, at this point, if they want to take the Eve away, it's pretty good as well.
That too.
Just take it away.
Sika's already hot.
Right?
So right now, again, few seconds coming in, and they're going to take the land slot. They're just like, you know what, Chama, you've been doing so good on the land slot. We're going to give it to you. And now, I kind of feel like Boon on the Eve is still good.
Yes, they can do that. But what this first pick Lance does is salt in the wound. Best player one already reeling, not from just yesterday's results, but from game 1 here today. So by taking Lancelot first, they're saying, all right, Carlito, let's do it. What are you going to do now?
That's
pick
loco,
it,
man.
Pick it right here. Pick it right here. Oh, his performance so far is far from loco.
I mean,
sadly.
Yeah, best player, his best performance is with Lancelot, right? In NACT, 8 games, 7 wins. Other than that, he's gonna have to look at Ling or Martyrs when we are looking at some of the comforts that he could have picked.
Oh wow! Gonna keep it close to the chest. Gonna round the Fredrin, which I hope goes into the jungle, and then they go ahead and give Basic his favorite. There's a carry.
80% win rate.
Right now, I feel like OP, if they really want to go for a very simple direction, the next pickup is going to be a Franco. I kind of feel like the Franco on the Shark will be pretty good. Now, Burning Splash, I want to see if they will respect that or not. Because at this point, OP, if they don't get a Franco, they can get a Kaja. If they don't get it, like, either way, Shark has to pick up his hero next. That's what I'm thinking right now.
So Kaja or Franco.
Exactly.
Kaja
right
or
here.
Franco.
Personally for me. For Shark. But for Burnex Flash, they could pick either. And still get out as the winner. And I wonder if Coach Dale sees this line.
It's a straight line for Burnex Flash. It's very simple to pick a Yi onto the Fredrin. So you can't go wrong anywhere there. So picking that up together with a Yuzhong, things are starting to look rough.
And with that being said, despite Basic's comfort here, Carry isn't doing well. He is going into a 2 out of 10 win rate on this carry. One of those losers is on him now, so it is difficult. I wonder if they go for the Kaja here, because Franco and Eve, not a great matchup. Maybe they get a Khadira here.
Honestly, look at the composition, Burning Splash. After game number 1, game number 2 is going to be more impressive because a lot of dive here. And the thing is, the Eve is very good going up against the carry because you're very short range. You're going to have to enter the real world manipulation. The Valentina has been picked up here, which I think is a very solid pick. But at this point, if I'm Burning Splash, I'm just taking away Shark's hero because respect to Ureshi, but at this point, I kind of don't care about him.
He's not doing much. He hasn't really shown much here on the stage of MSC. Going into the second phase, we're wondering where this Fredrin will go. And as you mentioned, Abstract, still a winning formula for best player. So I'm guessing, what does Coach Dale here? What does OP choke out? They go ahead and stop Donut hard in his tracks, taking away that Claude. What's the next? Taking away a Beatrix?
Beatrix probably with the Siege comp.
Honestly, like, yeah, betting on the Beatrix would be pretty solid as well. Other than that, I kind of feel like everything is kind of safe, even if they want to pick up the Leslie for Donut, because Leslie has been pretty good as well for him in particular. The Brody, honestly, he's spoiled with choice at this point. And Burning Splash right now, I kind of feel like if you just want to be safe, the Lolita, the Kufra, the Kaja, the Franco, all of those are pretty safe to ban out. And here's the thing, Shark on a pick something like a Kadita, I'm not too sure about. Especially with this lineup, it's not even that tanky with just the Frederick.
Oh, but they're digging deep into Shark's arsenal. Taking out the Kufra here, which stops the Lancelot pretty hard. And of course, just compromises Seacat's positioning as the Eve.
Right now, what else are they looking for? Because again, OP, I kind of feel like the safe one is just ban out the Beatrix, man. Because the Beatrix does so well in the later stages of the game.
Yep.
If at all possible, have a more shorter range kind of marksman that the Valentina can provide a lot of damage. Boon on this Valentina, I gotta say, is pretty good. But at this point, even taking away the real-world manipulation might not even be completely the best. We gotta look at what marksman Donut eventually takes, because here's the thing, when you steal away the real-world manipulation, you don't get the maximum stacks.
Yep.
So you're only like half effective.
It's not as real. It's not as lethal of a threat. And it looks like OP are looking to force Donut into that hero.
Yep.
His specialty. Not as popular as you'd like to think, but yeah, he's one of the most well-known Leslies in the world right now. Even in KH. Even in KH, he's the only one who really does this.
When it comes down to the time in the Cambodia qualifiers, right? Leslie total played is 5 and won with 4 games. We do have a Brody that is similar. 5 games played, 4 games won.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Very interesting.
So they're making sure that, best player, you better play that Fredrin.
I mean, here's the thing, man. Looking at the finals, best player has been doing pretty well on those assassins. The Helker can be used here. So they're really leaving the option, if you do want an assassin still, it's just the Ling. I mean, the Ling, Amon, Gushen, if we really want to talk about it, Ling is more possible for the Ling. The Lolita getting picked up here, it's kind of good, but at this point, I kind of feel like it's just comfort.
Yep, it's a catch-all, but not a specific answer to anything happening quite yet. I wonder, what's up the sleeves of Coach Z Mitch here? What else do they need? They need a roamer, and they need
A
a
marksman.
gold lane. Yeah, what's going in the hands of Donut? I can fill that void.
It's probably Brody, Melissa.
We haven't seen any Brody. Maybe Melissa?
Yeah.
Honestly, even the Leslie's not bad here, because I don't see a lot of dive that can really catch
That's true.
the Leslie, unless they do go for an assassin jungler. Because again, we gotta think about this Hayabusa ban. Why was the Hayabusa ban? Right? Maybe they want something very squishy in the backline.
So Leslie, looks like... There it is.
Called it.
There we go. And a Franco on top of that as well.
Yep.
They do have pickoffs. They do have backlines as well. It's a very defensive comp.
Yep.
If you pick up the Ling to answer that Leslie, you're gonna have a tough time as well. The Franco is there.
Tell me. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So very good draft here, meaning to say you don't have a lot of ways to go to the backline. If you have one hero that can do that, you're gonna get shut down.
It's great coverage coming in from Burnex Flash.
All-encompassing kind of composition, right?
Yep. It's
It
not...
leaves no stone unturned.
It's not completely poke, nor is it completely dive. They just know how to engage, and if they hook you from a random bush, you're dead. If you come into their box, you're dead. I wonder what's up the sleeves of Mr. Worldwide here. And why is Shark looking down? Oh no, that's because that's where Coach Dale is. All right. Coach Dale is between them, right there. See?
Right. Yeah, there we go.
All right, so for this composition, I gotta say, for Outplay, pretty solid as well. They got the Lapu to go to the back line, but again, it's gonna be pretty dangerous. They're really gonna look at Basic as well as Spoon to do the majority of the damage, so they're gonna have a pretty good front line. But again, the Leslie kinda doesn't care. The Leslie likes it.
Even though I'd like to say it's a 4-in-1. It's all on Basic right now.
I kind of agree, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
This is a utility Valentina I've ever seen one.
So pretty much what they have drafted is relatively kind of like a safe in most situations. They're looking for more of a matchup. I
straightforward
don't
way.
lose anything. Comfort as well.
Because again, like, the thing that we're talking about is minimize the potential of mistakes.
Yes.
This draft is fairly easy, but again, you gotta wait until your carry has 2 of the 3 items to really do anything.
And that's even saying, that's assuming that the opponent will not do anything to stop that, right? So despite this being as a straight line approach as it can be for Outplay, it's not like Burning Flash is going to sit down and take it. Let's go into game number 2. This is match point. Outplay might go home here if the hometown heroes go really fast. Look at how deep D7 is already.
D7 outright going into the faces of Outplay.
Here's the thing. All it really is just to let you know I'm not gonna let you have a good time, because again, this is a mental sport, right? This is a game that they play with their heads, and if minute number 1 you're already like anxious about where they're gonna be, your rotation, whether you realize it or not, it's gonna be just a little bit slower.
Oh, wait.
It doesn't seem like D7 will be able to stay alive for much longer though. Shao is constantly tailing onto him, but that's not gonna do anything as, of course, D7 flickers himself out.
It looks like Shark may have had the bonk on cooldown, because that was almost a confirmed kill.
Oh yeah, oh yes. Definitely. Here up top, Donut is basically, well, I mean, Donut is poking out
Essentially.
basically.
Essentially.
I'm gonna use that.
I got you. You're welcome. That's free for now. Going into the in-game items, I wonder how they started. Look at basic. Look at basic. What's he rushing here?
I kind of feel like he wants the corrosion scythe as quickly as possible. So if someone tries to dive in, he can slow them down. So I think that's going to be the early item. But again, going up against Leslie is not a good idea for you to go steal Lake Place just because it's through damage.
Yeah.
So why even bother?
Oh, they got Shima.
Shima trying to get himself away. He did manage to successfully do that. OP has constantly trying to find all of these moments. And as Lavelle said, trying to make things simple. You catch one, you collapse.
Oh, we're 10 seconds away from this first turtle of the game, and it looks like Outplay is first on the scene. And look at this lane switch. They're trying to get C-Cat to level 4 so that the turtle take is going to be more closer to 50-50.
ATM emerges out of the Black Dragon form and circles around on top of Best Player. Best Player takes the turtle for themselves as ATM runs away with all the showers built up on him. He's still doing a pretty good job in trying to hold everyone away from C-Cat, but that's not going to work too well. ATM finds himself down. D7 behind of C-Cat, and now OP takes themselves 2 kills and a single turtle.
A free turtle plus 2 kills on the way out. OP have not been taken down just yet. They are currently on the board, but wait, is it basically forcing the issue here? Is he overstaying?
No, I think it's fine, honestly. I'm just surprised that Hoon was showing that he was the better Yuzong. That was actually quite the sight. But again, this does show Outplay. Now they're doing a little bit well because, again, their composition, they're minimizing the mistakes, the potential mistakes coming up. And now Ureshi is being more aggressive against ATM. And you can even see that there's a difference in level here. It's not going to be much after ATM clears this lane. But again, this shows what happens when a team finally gets a roll, when they know what they have to do with the heroes that they have.
Gentlemen, it's just Signs of Life basically picked up his corrosion scythe, and for the first time in this series, OP are in the driver's seat. They're up by 1,000 gold 3 minutes in.
But the question is how far and how long can they maintain this lead? What must they be doing here in order to keep this lead going or even grow it out?
That's right, we've seen teams get an early lead like this and flub it out in the mid-game. I'm hoping Outplay. No! It is match a hook!
D7 immediately goes for the hook and will be able to bring Hoon down. They're going to be continuing this onslaught, and Burnex Flash continues to march on forward to ensure that the lane is all clear.
I would say that's pretty worth it still because, again, they got a lot out of that. D7 gets another hook, but it is against Shark. Shark will be fine. But again, this is one of those situations where anything can happen based on the roamers here. Donut so far doing quite well. He has a 1-kill lead against basically, and now the turtle has spawned.
Of course, the turtle gonna be under the taking of Fast Player 1. He's constantly trying to be in the face of the turtle and trying to get every opportunity to get the turtle buff for himself, get the gold for his team as well. Basically can definitely jump to the side. As for now, the rest of the members from the side of OP just collapses onto themselves. ATM joins into the fray, goes over the backslash, 3-man petrify. But unfortunately, he will be able to push basically away, but no one else comes in to follow up. ATM still dies in the midst of it all.
Deja vu, another 2 for none, plus a free turtle take. Thank you so much for hosting us here, says Outplay, as they go ahead and force it home. Red and purple! Red and purple!
Right now, Chama is not having a good game. ATM, honestly, it was a very good shot that he got 3. He got 4, but Chama doesn't want to go in. I don't know. We got to look at the itemization. What is he prioritizing right now? Why didn't he go for that kill? But again, it was amazing. Hoon and Shark on point. They actually staggered their skills together. The Aluminum Blast slowing the opponents down, and then Hoon dashes into a perfect situation where he can use the real manipulation. So there's absolutely nothing you can do but take the brunt of the Aluminum Blast as well as the real manipulation. Very beautiful engage.
It's very much of an AoE game for Outplay. They just want to dominate in these kind of team fights, and it's been showing. It is working. Banana Splash, yes, they may be able to get a couple of these hooks in, but it doesn't seem like Banana Splash have got that burst potential or follow-up that can really capitalize on these picks off.
And now we're seeing a weakness in that all-encompassing draft, the amazing coverage that Burnex Flash has. Yes, they can protect their cores. Yes, they can put up an amazing box. But when the opponents aren't biting, when they're not allowing that, what do they do? A hook!
Oh, a double RWM. And the all that's going to be working on his ATM, riding on to Hoon. He's trying to zone everyone else away, but he's just going to be all alone. But we focus it onto Burnex Flash. ATM, he wants to get away. He can't do so. As now, the Appraiser's Wrath launches down onto ATM. Burnex Flash, they want to come back onto this. They would want to take the middle lane for steel turrets.
Honestly, after all of that, and the only one that they really sacrificed was ATM, Rishi goes back in.
He's not done. He's not done. He goes in with a Mightiest Warrior, and he just wants to hold out to the front lines as a Terrifier lands on top of D7, and they continue to mow down the rest of this lawn and possibly get themselves a turtle soup.
Oh, very close.
There we go.
His retry don't miss. Shema very low. This is how you do it. OP did slip up a little. I mean, it's less basically his fault, more D7 having hot hands. But I gotta say, what a recovery. 7 minutes in, 3K ahead. OP are buying time on the map. Not a single turret taken by Burn X Flash. But never ever count out the fact that a single hook into a bloody hunt could change things.
What happened during the break, man?
What did they do?
What did Coach Dolly say?
You got some sting? I don't know.
They calmed their nerves.
That's the Burning Flash thing down bottom.
ATM gonna go down by the hands of basically, as he's still gonna be relatively far away. RWM locks down on the basic, and the hook connects, and he's gonna go straight down as well. D7 forcing the issue, wanting to bring Rest Player down, but it doesn't seem like he will be able to do quite much. C-Cat continues onto the pursuit, wants to bring Shock down, and Samar joins to the fray. Don't see Best Player just yet, but he's still gonna be around the area. Ureshi, likewise, is gonna do the same thing. I don't think that it's gonna be much of a value from Ureshi, as he's going to be fronting this fight all alone, as Donut holds it off. Mightiest Warriors not gonna go anywhere.
By the hand of his old friend, Ureshi's taken down by Donut, who I didn't even notice was having an amazing early in the mid-game 4-1 on this Leslie.
No, honestly, we gotta look at how Burning Splash is approaching the fight. But before that, Best Player
not looking good, as now the Sarasview stacks up onto him. But Next Flash wants to mount a comeback, and they want to ensure that OP do not take the river line.
As I was saying, man, Burning Splash, they're creating so much space. Look at ATM, 0, 4, and 3. Those 4 deaths, he's giving space.
The Bloody Hunt connects, and Shock finds himself in uncharted territory. And now RWM is going to be popped right on top of Hoon, and ATM continues with the Black Dragon form, albeit to not much value.
Let LaFell speak.
Dude, like, I've been interrupted so many times, but so far, the movements coming in from Burning Splash, what they're really doing is making sure that ATM pushes Hoon away. Because look at the items coming in from Burning Splash. They do not have magic resist just yet. They're focusing on their own HP. They're focusing on damage. And this makes it so that Hoon does maximum damage at this point in the game.
Right.
So ATM, he's ready to die. All he got to make sure is that Hoon is not in the fray.
And now at this point, at this juncture, I wonder if it's still in OP's best interest to blitz this Lord, because they know that Burning Flash is back in heat, specifically that Leslie, specifically Donut. And now look at the Iron Hulk, that's pretty high, 30%. And now look, they dive on one.
She stands down onto D7. The front lines of Burning Flash is pretty much taken down already, as C-Cat is going to be in a good position, popping the RWN. Hoon escapes with a stolen Black Dragon form, and they are ready to re-emerge again when Burning Flash does not have the Franco.
That's a DBDF, defensive Black Dragon form, and they re-engage once more, continuing that blitz. They see Donut. I wonder.
Oh, now they do.
Oh no.
Donut.
He's not doing anything yet.
He's still scouting. Okay, they don't know yet. They don't know yet.
The animation showed, but they don't.
Yeah, right now,
It's a risky one.
Donut has to be very, very careful here. D7. Unfortunately, not getting anyone. Urishi goes in. Luminous Blast as well.
And the Flickers lands on top of Shamar. More than enough time to drag enough time for best player to take down the Lord. As ATM and Shamar's both going to be taken down 2 for 2 coming from both sides. Donut's going to be on front line. Because if the backwards, he's going to be safe for now. As D7C Cat is just going to be making sure that they will be able to escort Donut away.
Oh, 3 left for side OP and side BXF. 2 for 2. Who won that trade, LaFell?
Dude, definitely Outplay, man. Because here's the thing. You look at how much damage that Donut had to take. Even though we were talking about how Valentina essentially is kind of like a utility mid laner, but the thing is, I play Valentina, man. And the thing is, Valentina is one of those heroes you don't expect it, but deals quite a lot of damage, especially now that the Lightning Truncheon has been built up. Look at the Valentina. Already have the Clock of Destiny, the Lightning Truncheon. The Enchanted Talisman is just to make sure that she can spam her skills a lot. A lot of crowd control, but again, the damage is a lot. Donut does not have any defenses.
Something else to talk about. Look at Shark. He built a Twilight armor. He knows that the burst. He knows that ATM is out for blood. So even if he does meet the Black Dragon, he knows that he can just stand there and say, "Petrify me!"
Dude, right now, OP, they're in a very, very, very good situation. It looks like the reverse. Burning Splash, now they want to make sure that they get enough items to deal damage. But the thing is, Twilight Armor is the bane of a Leslie. They got to make sure that the Twilight Armor is down, then they can get the kill.
Outplay is currently having the winning position. I almost cast a custom.
Matrix
Just so
moment.
close.
Matrix moment for basically there.
But they are in a winning position.
I
Right?
think at that point, he was reminded of his kindergarten days. His life flashed before his eyes.
There was this one embarrassing moment. Oh,
Basically was very close to getting caught there, but now, I don't know, Leo, OP is in a very good position.
great position. The best we've seen them in every single series, I'd say, in MSC. 2.4k ahead, owning a majority of the map, not losing a single turret. So that speaks volumes of how well they've controlled this game. But, again, note, D7 has been hot on his hooks. Folks, 30% on an iron hook is very high. And there you go, another close call. Aluminum blast set up.
No flicker coming in from him just yet. So Bonex Flash pretty much knows that OP does not have much of an initiation way, as ATM just gonna be diving right in. 3-man petrify basically gets caught, and OP lost the win condition. But at least they still have Hoon. He's just gonna be walking around the place. The front line coming from the side of OP, still gonna be holding out well as best player finds himself taken down by the true damage from the side of Donut. They are all just gonna be running it down, and Rishi's not gonna be doing quite much. Shock joins in. Donut. What? Oh, darn close! But Rishi continues to fight as he doesn't stay alive for long enough. And Shaman goes in. He falls up, and he still falls on. He gets himself a triple kill.
Chiba is putting on a show. Burn X Flash are feeling it. That's a wipeout for the hometown heroes as they convert straight into a luminous lord.
Dude, feel the crowd right now.
Long drawn out fight. And from that single fight, Bonex Flash gotten themselves a 2,000 gold advantage.
Right now, we gotta look at the replay, and this is the thing. Hoon should have been able to kill Donut, man. That one basic attack.
Yep.
He has one vampiric mullet, and that was enough. That was enough to get enough HP to survive the damage from Hoon. Hoon tried his best to run away. But again, you stole a Lancelot. All this is not going to beat out the Lancelot.
Okay, consider this. Even if Hoon did get Donut down, who could say that would have been very different? Because Chima was still there. Chima would have still just cleaned up house. And now, tables have turned. Now OP are the defensive.
How the turns has tabled. That is a tough fight for Bonex Flash. Yes, that's on purpose. As now the Luminous Lord marches right in. And he fights for the team. The hook lands and the bloody hunt onto best player one. The rest of the fight from Bonex Flash marches on and collapses themselves onto Boone as well. 2 players down for the side of OP. Donna still hangs behind as ATM opens opens up the map, or rather opens it all to ensure that OP does not march in any closer to a 5-man stack or burn and flash. No creep so far. Ureshi holds it out. He still wants to bring the team onto a winning game by his sacrificing himself. He's not able to do quite much right now. Basically, he's still going to be alive, but Shut doesn't have much edge to work with. D7 left the hook. And that is how Burn and Flash turn it around with a reverse sweep.
Hear the crowd roar as the Cambodian champions move on to the knockout stage of MSC 2023.
Well deserved, because again,